Thompson on one end. On the other end, it's going to be Sean Richard. And they've rotated goalies for Marquette. Pioneers and the Golden Eagles. Alex Stathakis locked up right now with Thomas Washington. It's loose. It's available. Washington had it, lost it. Got smothered there. That was Mercurio who took him down. And finally, Logan has it for the Pioneers. Transition opportunity. Danny Logan firing his shot.
A bit of a unique first 20 seconds longer than they would have hoped.
That was a save by Sean Richard. He's getting the start in goal. Redshirt freshman, very talented young man in goal, and saw that first one well and made the stop. Low shot, and Marquette has the lead. Devon Cowan, the redshirt freshman from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, firing from out top. Able to put it in. 1-0 Golden Eagles.
Devon Cowan does a great job of just taking this ball, getting top side, and talking to the Marquette coaches. This is their guy on offense that kind of just doesn't have a care. That he's those guys, get a feel for it, and start to get into a little bit of a rhythm of this game.
And one of the players to watch, a familiar face for Pioneers, number 57, Ethan Walker. He is tied with Wesley Berg for the highest career points at DU history. He's got 255 career points. One more. As that one goes in, Jack Hanna firing low and scoring.
Now, if you see, Brad, Marquette is actually going to be running a zone defense, very similar to basketball. Instead of covering a man, they're going to be in charge of certain areas that are on the field. So this Marquette team feels like they can slow this high-powered Denver's up.
11th in the country in scoring offense at over 14 goals a game.
The amount of experience that they brought back from last year, and then being able to add two high-powered players in Lucas Kotler and Jackson Morrill makes for a deadly combination.
Morrill to Simmons, goal, Pioneers. What a connection. And another assist for Jackson Morrill. He leads the team in that category and extends his point streak to 65 games.
What I love about this possession, Brad, is just how patient the DU offense was. They get around, they're working it, and then Jackson Morrill, very patient. He could have quickly thrown there that pass in on the very first time he catches the ball. If you see him, he quickly looks at him, takes it another extra second.
But, you know, it's a tough situation to walk into when that was your first year as a head coach, and it was a pandemic-shortened year.
You can tell each week, too, just off that point, that this team gets more and more comfortable with those coaching styles.
J.J. Sillstrop that time. Welcome back, playing for the first time back here at Peter Barton Lacrosse Stadium. Missed a couple games due to injury, was back last week, but first time on the home turf. He's firing and scoring.
If you watch the replay here, Marquette looks like they are back into some man-to-man defense, so Sillstrop does an excellent job. Just a great individual effort, fights for the top side, gains some advantage, goes, takes down the alley. And this is a textbook finish. Overhand into the low pipe, as far as you can make it for Richard to travel. And is able to run this high-powered 10-man ride. It's because how athletic they are all over the field. And that includes Jack Thompson, because when you're doing a 10-man ride, you're actually taking your goalie out of the net and covering the closest person. So if you have a goalie in there that's maybe not as slight as foot, it's really tough to do with how athletic Jack Thompson is. He really helps anchor down that defense.
There's head coach Bill Tierney, 12th year here at DU, 7-time national champion as the Pioneers score again, 4-1 Denver.
Coach Brown's been consistent all year. He's been talking he wants his offense to play with 20-20 vision, which means he wants to attack the defense in that first 20 seconds of the shot clock, take as many transition opportunities as you can. And Kyle Smith, the Big Tuna, everyone's favorite nickname.
Big East, giving up just 10.33 goals per game. So this is a team that really holds you down defensively. And again, that face-off unit really helps. You don't have to play defense as much when you're winning as many face-offs as the Pioneers are.
The consistency of this defense has been huge, especially for Coach Gallant coming back in his second year. And now a lot of these guys with Adam Hanglin, Jack DiBenedetto, Colin Squire's been there for a while. That consistency on defense when it's the same guys over and over, really be able to bring that bond, knowing how each other works. And Jack Thompson, that has been great so far, but lets one slip by him there.
As we say that, Connor McClellan, a senior on this squad, firing low, able to beat Thompson. for McClellan. 6th goal of the season. He's now up to 8 points. One of the captains.
That was a quick release of getting that ball in and out of his stick.
Luke Williams able to win that face-off and back-to-back goals. Russell Melendez firing that time and scoring, and just what Marquette needed. Here in the second quarter, a couple of goals to climb right back into it. It's now 4-3.
This is great fast break offense. Face-off guy comes down, hits the point man. Point man does a great job of drawing that guy, getting it down low, and that attackman, Melendez, catches that ball with his feet coming upfield, increases his angle, fires that ball to that far pipe, going. To make that stop 10 yards out on a pole, when already a pole is so much harder to save because that extra 3 feet on that stick makes the release out of that stick come a lot slower, but then the speed of the ball is a lot faster. And it's kind of one of those double whammies that comes in.
Jack Hanna taking care of business. Second of the game. As you mentioned, the big stop by Thompson, and Hanna pays it off.
Jack Hanna, individual effort. A quick jab upfield to get his defenseman to just get a half a step on him. And that release from Jack Hanna is something special. If you watch out of here, it's not a big release where he gets his arms all the way back. He really just snaps that ball with his wrist. He plays with a really wide body, but then really still upper body that he really cuts down a lot of angle. So in that shot from Ethan Walker, as he's coming up that hash there, I'm sure he would have liked to take maybe 1 or 2 more steps to really increase that angle just a little bit more. But Richard does a great job just standing stall there, plays his angles. And down at the other end, Devon Cowan again. The fearless dodging attackman freshman just takes it from behind, turns the corner and gets a shot off.
Second of the game, 14th of the season for Cowan.
On that shot too, you can tell, watch Jack Thompson on that replay, you can see him quickly move, just to quickly his hands slightly dip just a little bit, which tells me he thought that that shot was going somewhere else, so quickly cut him off guard.
Men's basketball coach, stay with us at halftime. We're going to have an interview with the new head coach, Jeff Woolburn. He'll be joining us here to discuss a little Denver hoops. Please stay with us for that and meet the new men's basketball coach as the Pioneers run the clock down here with a chance to score late. Ethan Walker does just that. Snuck it in low, and the record-breaking goal for Denver.
Ethan Walker, great lacrosse IQ. Under a minute, he recognizes the matchup that he gets. He gets a short stick behind the net. He takes that opportunity. And you see, as he beat his guy from back behind the net, he really didn't beat him by too much, which I believe makes it so that Marquette didn't really want to slide to that from that defense to offensive transition and really kind of let him attack.
Walker trying to look inside, cut off. Hanna working back to the top, firing from the outside. Richard got a piece of it, I believe, although he looked at the pipe like to say thank you very much. Simmons, and the Pioneers have it.
So they got a chance for a 2-on-1 here if we move the ball down to Morrill quick.
Sullivan from the outside, he buries it. 7-4 Denver.
Excellent job by Teddy Sullivan there, taking advantage of that shot from up top, bringing his hands high, bring that ball low. But this play is all done before. That shot before by Jack Hanna that hit the pipe that went up in the lane. Alex Simmons goes and fights for it. He gets it back. We're able to draw that 2-on-1 because Marquette's extending out, trying to pick up that ground ball. And you're daring the other team to, hey, we'll give up these 12 to 15-yard shots because we think our goalie is going to be there to make these saves.
Richard, certainly a talented young man from Northville, Michigan, redshirt freshman. Simmons thought about the shot. Had some contact there. Now pass. Sillstrop, what a connection. Wow.
What a beautiful look and feed and patience by this Denver offense. To get the ball moving hot. Alex Simmons does a great job catching the ball, freezing the defense, and then what a cut by J.J. Sillstrop. And this is the advantage that you get by putting him out on the field and playing midfielder, is someone that can handle the ball as well as an attackman. Cut
5th, and as we just showed Lacrosse Magazine, they're 8th.
At this point, anyone who makes a list gets published, right, Brad?
Pioneers in the top 10 either way, Eric, is how I look at that. And having won 6 in a row, trying to add to it here. Another goal. Teddy Sullivan snuck that one in. 9-4.
Teddy Sullivan, a lefty-dominant player, dodges down to his right side, keeps his stick to the outside, does a great job of using his body. So as he's getting in here, he fights back for that inside position, and then able to quickly keep that stick right by his ear. And does.
It was all thrown off. Class is so different during this pandemic as that shot goes low, but it never made it. And we've got a player down for Marquette. That's McClellan, and he's holding the back of his neck there. Let's hope he's okay. Meanwhile, at the other end, the Pioneers score, make it 10-4. That was Morrill. But right now, the attention to Connor McClellan, the senior from Ontario, as Morrill puts in his first goal of the game. And right now, the Pioneers starting to pull away.
Now that might look interesting with a player down, that the play still goes on, but the rule is if a team still has an advantage, so if they have a fast break opportunity, you're not supposed to call and blow that play dead. So as you see, unfortunately, McClellan
defensively, and Coach Tierney also on that defensive side of the ball, but he says that man-up unit is purely Coach Gallant, and he has done a marvelous job with it. He goes, I don't mess with it at all, and you look at those statistics, it is going unbelievable for the Pioneers to be down a player and still preventing so many goals. 80% of the time, they don't give up a goal.
Again, that's playing into your strengths of the defense. They're going to make sure they're not giving up any easy looks on the inside. Give up all these outside shots. When you're playing man-down defense, it's one of those things you got to recognize that you're going to give up shots, but you want to give up shots in angles that you're okay with taking.
Lucas Cotler going high, snuck that one in just under the crossbar. 11-4 as the run continues for the Pioneers.
Look at this absolute stinger of a placement for Lucas Cotler. A strong left-handed player goes to his offhand with his right. You can't get much better placement than that going near
halftime. And now second half, all Pioneers. A 6-0 run, albeit coming from all the way from the second through the fourth quarter now. Still 10 minutes to go here, but Pioneers have really settled in, found out where they can go offensively, where they can attack this zone as they switch defenses up, as Marquette has been doing throughout this afternoon. Now they go inside. That one snuck in. Skylar Blair able to put that one in, attacking from the top side, just getting it across the line.
Another converted attackman who saw time earlier in the year playing attack, moved to midfield since Simmons has been doing an excellent job at attack. Skylar Blair does such a great job. You see that little hesitation. He dodges down.
Just the second game of the year when the Pioneers were, taking on Georgetown, a huge snowstorm, 20 inches of snow coming here in the Mile High City. And while the game got moved to Tuesday, there wasn't enough time as that one's fired in, and that's going to be a goal. Marquette stopping the run finally. Peter Henkhaus firing that one, and Marquette needed that. They want to get back into this one. They have time, 8:44 to go. They're going to need the goals and the face-offs to start coming their way quickly. But here's the beginning of possibly a comeback here for the Golden Eagles.
First goal of the second half. Henkhaus does a great job just kind of getting just a step. And you see that approach by Kyle Smith wasn't quite. So it looks like, since it's a 30-second penalty, it looks like they just called it a hold. Regardless, D is going to be back on the man up.
And a fresh shot clock if they want to run it all the way down. Hanna's going to fire and score. Third of the game for Jack Hanna. Another hat trick.
I personally love this setup on this power play here for D. They do a great job getting that ball rotated. Cotler throws it down to Ethan Walker. They get the defense rotated, and that is the best time to throw a skip pass. Anytime you try to throw a skip pass with the defense rotated.
Cole French, Jr. from Danville, California. 5'11", 180. Shot from the outside, and it's in. 13-6. Henkhaus with his second of the game, able to fire from way outside and get it past French.
Henkhaus on this replay looks like he takes about a 10-yard head start while catching this ball, getting his whole momentum into this shot. Pass from over the top from Melendez, and Henkhaus is able just to run straight into this ball, get all of his momentum.
Johnny Morocco drops that pass off to Erickson. Dwinell able to pick it up as they work it around. Half the shot clock going here. Geis draws the double team to Erickson behind the back. He scores. Showing off with some time here. Under 3 to go. 14-6 Denver.
Great cut by Erickson. Excellent job by Ellis Geis here of keeping his head up. Gets the double team, is able to break that double, keep his head up. Great timed cut by Erickson. And this play actually might look like he's kind of trying to be fancy by throwing that ball behind his shoulder, but it's actually doing that with the... Looks like Coach T and Coach Stimmel have a couple words for each other. I'm assuming that's coming off of because of the physical play that they're having with TD there. Push in the back.
Morocco with an unbelievable catch to go get that one, and then he drops it off for the assist. Sam Dwinell, another different goal scorer. That's 11 in 15 goals.
Great handle there by Johnny Morocco, number 22, handling that ball. Able to make it, drop it right over Sam Dwinell. Sam Dwinell actually drops his stick, and this is one of the opportunities in time. Colorado native out of Regis Jesuit as a transfer from Loyola University in Maryland.
Geis, and the Pioneers do not have to shoot here as they can run the rest of this time off. And we're going to have the Pioneers again right here on altitude. A noon start next Saturday. Villanova, the Wildcats, coming in. And the first matchup in Philadelphia got postponed as the Pioneers score with 5 seconds to go. Makes it 16-6.
Welcome back home. J.J. Sillstrop once again gets his third goal of the game. Geis again feeding the rock, putting the inside. Sillstrop getting creative.
Going 5-hole that time.
Catches that ball. Throws it with a little shovel shot. Gets it on net. Good things happen when you put the ball on net.
10-goal advantage for the Pioneers. There's the final horn. Head coach Bill Tierney and the Pioneers win it, protect their home field. They're undefeated here at home, 4-0, 8-2 overall in the season, and 6-0 in Big East play. And it was a historical day for